Hey, biker in the lane, can you pull over for a moment?
Me? What's going on, officer?
I observed you crossing the light back there. I need to check your ID.
I didn't run the light. I stayed in the bike lane the whole time.
All right, go ahead and step off the bike for me.
I'm heading to practice. I'm already running late.
I understand. This will just take a moment. Please stay right here.
Okay.
Police car pulls up next to a cyclist on a sunny afternoon. Hey, you on the bike? Pull over. Marcus Webb stops his bike right away. He is calm. He is polite. Me? What's going on, officer? You ran that red light back there. Let me see your license. Marcus shakes his head slowly. I didn't run any light, officer. I was in the bike lane the whole time. The cop's name is Officer Derek Daniels. He looks at Marcus. He looks at the expensive bike. He looks at the Team USA gear Marcus is wearing. Huh. Okay. Sure. Step off the bike. I'm just trying to get to practice. I'm already running late. Officer Daniels laughs. Not a nice laugh. A mean one. Practice? I don't care if you're late for your little spin class. Get off the bike. Now. But Officer Daniels had no idea what he just walked into. In the next 47 minutes, this cop would hold Marcus for over an hour. He would damage a $12,000 racing bike. He would ignore 3 witnesses who saw everything. And the guy he called spin class. He was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. His dad was a retired federal judge. His sister was a civil rights lawyer. And the camera on Marcus's helmet. It was recording every single word. Before I continue, let me ask you something. Have you ever been stopped or treated unfairly by someone with power? Tell me your story in the comments below. Officer Daniels thought he stopped some random guy on a bike. He was so wrong. Marcus Webb was 28 years old. He had been racing bikes since he was 14. That is 14 years of training almost every single day. Marcus won 2 Olympic gold medals, 1 in Tokyo, 1 in Paris. He also won 3 World Championship medals. He held 2 American records in track cycling. But here is the thing. Marcus did not brag. He did not show off. He just wore his Team USA training gear and rode his bike like he did every week. His sponsors paid him well: Nike, Trek, Gatorade. His deals were worth over $3 million total. But money was not what made Marcus special. His family made him strong. His dad, Raymond Webb, spent 30 years as a federal judge. His sister Aisha was a civil rights lawyer in the same city. Marcus grew up learning about the law at the dinner table. He also knew traffic laws from 12 different countries. Why? Because as a pro cyclist, one mistake on the road could end his career. Now here is what matters most. On this Tuesday afternoon, Marcus was just trying to get to practice on time. He had ridden this same route over 200 times. It was 6 miles from his house to the Olympic Training Center. Nothing special, just another training day. Until it was not. Now, let me tell you about the cop who made this stop. Officer Derek Daniels was 34 years old. He had been a cop for 8 years. He worked in the traffic unit. His job was to write tickets and keep roads safe. But Derek Daniels had a problem, a big one. In 3 years, 7 people filed complaints against him. 7. And every single complaint came from a black or Latino person on a bike or on foot. Let me break that down for you. In 2021, he stopped a black jogger for acting suspicious. The jogger was just running, no crime. Complaint filed. In 2022, he held a Latino delivery cyclist for 45 minutes. He never even gave him a ticket. Complaint filed. In 2023, he accused a black teenager of riding a stolen bike. The bike was a birthday gift from the kid's parents. They were furious. Complaint filed. 7 complaints in 3 years. You want to know what happened to Officer Daniels? Nothing. Not one punishment. The department knew about his pattern but did nothing to stop it. Here is one more thing. That very morning, police got a call about a burglary. The suspect was described as a black male on a bicycle. But here is the catch. They already caught that suspect 2 hours before Daniels stopped Marcus. So why did Daniels stop Marcus Webb? Type your answer in the comments. I want to know what you think. This time, Officer Daniels picked the wrong cyclist on the wrong street. It was Tuesday, September 15th. The time was 2:47 in the afternoon. The weather was perfect. Sunny. 72 degrees. Great for cycling. Marcus was riding on Riverside Boulevard. This was a popular cycling route. It had a dedicated bike lane that was recently repainted. The lines were clear, the rules were clear. Marcus rode this route 4 times every week for 3 years. He knew every turn, every light, every bump in the road. His GoPro camera sat on top of his helmet. He always wore it, not for safety from cops. He used it to review his training rides, to check his form, to get better. That camera would change everything. At 2:47, Marcus pedaled in the bike lane. He was going 18 miles per hour. The speed limit was 25. He was under the limit. A patrol car pulled up beside him. No lights at first. Then the lights came on. "Hey, you on the bike, pull over." Marcus stopped within 8 seconds. He pulled to the curb right away. 4 people saw what happened next. Sarah Chen was driving behind the patrol car. David Morrison was cycling the other direction. Jennifer and Paul Hawkins were walking their dogs on the sidewalk. 4 witnesses, 1 camera on the helmet, 1 camera on the cop's chest. If stories like this matter to you, hit that subscribe button now. What happened next would be watched by 14 million people. Officer Daniels walked up to Marcus. His hand rested near his belt. "License." "Now." Marcus stayed calm. "Officer, cyclists aren't required to carry a license in this state." Daniels did not like that answer. "You ran that red light back there." "I didn't run any light. I had a green." "Huh. Sure you did. Get off the bike." Marcus got off his bike slowly. He kept his hands visible. Daniels looked at his Team USA jersey. "Nice costume. Where'd you steal the bike?" "I didn't steal it. I'm a professional cyclist. This is my training bike." "Right, and I'm the president." Marcus stayed calm. This was not his first time being stopped for no reason. He knew how this worked. "I can show you my sponsor ID on my phone." "Don't reach for anything." "It's just my phone." "I said don't reach." 10 minutes passed. Marcus stood on the curb. His hands stayed where the cop could see them. Then Daniels grabbed the bike. He yanked it away from Marcus. The frame scraped against the patrol car. $800 in damage. Just like that. "Sit down on the curb." Marcus sat down. He did not argue. "Guys like you always have an excuse," Daniels said. "Guys like you." Marcus heard those words. His camera heard them too. Sarah Chen parked her car. She started recording on her phone. David Morrison stopped his bike. "Is everything okay here?" Jennifer Hawkins spoke up from the sidewalk. "He was in the bike lane the whole time. I saw it." Officer Daniels turned to face them. "This doesn't concern you. Move along." But they did not move. They stayed and watched. Daniels called for backup. "I need another unit here. Officer safety. Officer safety." Marcus was sitting on a curb with his hands visible. He weighed 160 pounds. He was wearing spandex. But wait. There is more to this story. The real turning point was coming. 15 minutes. 20 minutes. 30 minutes. Marcus sat on that curb while Daniels ran checks that found nothing. Type "enough" in the comments if you think this stop had already gone too far. At 3:34, Marcus's phone rang. He looked at Daniels. "Can I answer that? It's my coach." "No." The phone kept ringing. Then it stopped. Then it rang again. "My coach is worried. I was supposed to be at practice 40 minutes ago." Daniels shrugged. "Not my problem." But then something happened that changed everything. A second patrol car arrived. Officer Thompson stepped out. He looked at Marcus sitting on the curb. He looked at the scratched bike. He looked at the witnesses recording. Thompson walked over to Daniels. "What do we have here? Traffic violation. Running a red light. And possible stolen bike." Thompson looked at Marcus's Team USA gear. He looked at the bike with sponsor logos all over it. "Did you run the serial number?" "Not yet." Thompson pulled out his phone. He typed something. His eyes went wide. "Daniels. This guy is Marcus Webb, the Olympic cyclist." Daniels did not care. "I don't care if he's Michael Jordan on a bike." but Thompson cared. He knew this was bad. 5 minutes later, a third car arrived. This one carried Sergeant Patricia Reyes. Sergeant Reyes was a supervisor. She had 20 years on the job. She knew trouble when she saw it. "What's going on here?" Daniels started talking. He ran a red light and his bike looked stolen. Reyes held up her hand. She walked over to Marcus. "Sir, can you tell me what happened?" Marcus told her. He was calm. He was clear. He told her about the green light, about the GoPro, about the 47 minutes he spent sitting on a curb. Reyes turned to the witnesses. Sarah Chen spoke first. "I was right behind him. He had a green light. That officer is not telling the truth." David Morrison agreed. "I have cycled this route for 20 years. This young man did nothing wrong." Jennifer Hawkins nodded. "We watched the whole thing. He stopped right away when the officer told him to." 3 witnesses, all saying the same thing. Officer Daniels was lying. Then Marcus made an offer. "Sergeant, I have a GoPro on my helmet. It recorded everything, including the traffic light." Reyes looked at Daniels. Daniels looked at the ground. "Can I see that footage?" Marcus showed her. The video was clear. Green light. Marcus in the bike lane. No violation. Sergeant Reyes stood very still for a moment. Then she pulled out her phone. She made a call to her lieutenant. While she talked, she searched Marcus's name online. Olympic gold medalist. Team USA. Nike sponsor. Father is retired federal judge Raymond Webb. Her face went pale. She hung up the phone. "Mr. Webb, you are free to go." "I am very sorry for this." "Truly sorry." Daniels started to argue. "Sarge, I saw him run that light." "Daniels, stop talking." "But I saw it. The camera says different. The witnesses say different." "Stop talking. Let me know in the comments. Should Officer Daniels have faced punishment right there on the spot?" Marcus stood up. His legs were stiff from sitting so long. His knees hurt, his back hurt. But he was free. For now. 20 minutes later, Lieutenant Michael Reeves arrived at the scene. Reeves had been a cop for 22 years. He handled serious problems, and this was a serious problem. He gathered all the evidence. He watched the body cam from Daniels. He watched the GoPro from Marcus. He watched the cell phone video from Sarah Chen. All 3 videos showed the same thing. Marcus had a green light. Marcus stopped right away. Marcus did nothing wrong. Then Reeves interviewed the witnesses. One by one. Each person told the same story. Daniels lied. Simple as that. Reeves checked the dispatch logs from that morning. He found the burglary call about a black male on a bike. He found something else too. The real suspect was caught 2 hours before Daniels stopped Marcus. There was no reason for this stop. None at all. Reeves made a decision. "Officer Daniels, you are relieved from duty. Go home. Do not talk to anyone about this. Internal Affairs will contact you." Daniels turned red. "This is ridiculous. I was doing my job." "Your job is not to lie. Your job is not to hold innocent people for an hour. Go home. Now." Daniels got in his car and drove away. Then Reeves turned to Marcus. "Mr. Webb, I want to apologize on behalf of this department. This should not have happened." Marcus nodded, but he did not smile. "I just want to go to practice. But this can't keep happening to people who look like me." Reeves did not have an answer for that. Because Marcus was right. If you believe every traffic stop should be recorded, hit subscribe. We need to talk about this more. Sarah Chen walked over to Marcus. "I got everything on video. Do you want me to send it to you?" Marcus gave her his number. "Thank you for staying." Most people would have just driven away. No way. What he did was wrong. People need to see this. Marcus called his father first. Judge Raymond Webb listened to everything. Then he called his daughter Aisha. Aisha was a civil rights lawyer. She heard the story. Then she said 5 words. "I'm drafting the demand letter." Marcus went to practice. He was 2 hours late. But his coach understood. The damage was done. a scratched bike, a wasted afternoon, another black man treated like a criminal for doing nothing wrong. But this story was just getting started. By 5 o'clock that evening, Sarah Chen uploaded her video to Twitter. Her caption was simple: Olympic athlete stopped for cycling while black. He did nothing wrong. Watch this. By 6 o'clock, the video had 50,000 views. USA Cycling shared it. By 8 o'clock, the hashtag Justice for Marcus started trending. By 10 o'clock, local news stations picked up the story. By midnight, the video had 2.3 million views, and it was just getting started. The next morning, ESPN ran the story. Then CNN. Then NBC. Headlines everywhere. Olympic gold medalist, held for 47 minutes over fake traffic violation. Two-time champion accused of stealing his own bike. Cop tells Olympic cyclist, "I don't care if you're Michael Jordan on a bike." The numbers kept climbing. Twitter hit 4.7 million views. TikTok compilations got over 8 million views. Marcus posted a statement on Instagram. It got 3.1 million views. The comments were angry. One Olympic teammate wrote, "Marcus is the most honest person I know. This is disgusting." A sports reporter wrote, "An Olympic gold medalist, in Team USA gear, on a training ride, and he's still suspicious." A civil rights lawyer wrote, "This is exactly why we need change." The police department released a short statement. "We are aware of the incident. We are conducting an internal review." That was it. That was all they said. Officer Daniels tried to delete his social media accounts. But it was too late. People had already saved screenshots. They found old posts, old comments. The internet never forgets. If this story made you angry, share it. More people need to see what happened. 3 days later, Officer Daniels was placed on leave without pay. That same day, Marcus and his sister Aisha filed a federal lawsuit. The real consequences were about to begin. 7 days after the stop, Marcus Webb filed a lawsuit in federal court. The lawsuit was filed under something called Section 1983. That is a law that lets people sue government workers who violate their civil rights. Marcus sued 3 parties: Officer Derek Daniels, the police department, and the city. He made 3 claims. First, unlawful seizure. That means holding someone without a legal reason. Second, racial profiling. Third, property damage to his bike. Now here is where it gets interesting. During the lawsuit, Marcus's lawyers got to look at Officer Daniels's full record. Remember those 7 complaints I told you about? The lawyers found all of them. They found the pattern. Black and Latino people stopped for no good reason over and over again. They also found text messages. In one message, Daniels texted a friend after a stop. He wrote, "Got another one. Got another one." Like stopping innocent people was a game. The evidence was clear. The pattern was clear. The lies were clear. So how much did Marcus get? I'll tell you right now. The city settled the case for $2.7 million. That breaks down like this: $2.2 million for damages to Marcus, $500,000 in punishment against Daniels personally. But money was not the only outcome. The court ordered the department to change its rules. Cops now need supervisor approval before certain stops. Body cam footage must be reviewed every month. New training on bias is required. And Officer Daniels? He was fired. He lost his certification as a police officer. That means he cannot work as a cop anywhere in the state. Ever again. The Department of Justice also opened an investigation into the whole department. They wanted to see if there were more officers like Daniels. Marcus spoke to reporters after the settlement. This was never about money. It was about making sure the next black cyclist doesn't need to be an Olympic athlete with a camera and a judge for a father just to be treated fairly. That is the real point. Marcus had everything going for him: fame, money, a lawyer in the family, video evidence, witnesses. What about people who have none of that? Type "change" in the comments if you think the system needs to protect everyone, not just famous people. 3 months after the settlement, Marcus held a press conference. It was at the Olympic Training Center, the same place he was trying to reach that day. He stood at a podium. Cameras flashed. He took a deep breath. I've been stopped 11 times in my life. I'm 28 years old. That's almost once every 2 years since I got my first real bike. He paused. I missed practice that day. I missed 2 more practices that week, dealing with police reports and lawyers. Do you know how hard it is to train for your country while fighting your country's system? The room was silent. I had a GoPro. I had witnesses. I had a famous father. What about the kid riding to his minimum wage job who has none of that? Marcus looked directly into the cameras. To every black cyclist and athlete out there, you have every right to be on that road. Document everything. Stay calm even when it's not fair. Know your rights. Then he spoke to police. Most of you are good. I believe that. But you have to hold the bad ones responsible. Staying quiet makes you part of the problem. He thanked the witnesses by name. Sarah, David, Jennifer, Paul. Strangers who stopped and told the truth. That's what being an ally looks like. You see something wrong. You stay. You speak up. Thank you. His final words were simple. I didn't win Olympic gold by giving up when things got hard. And I won't give up on this either. The crowd applauded. But Marcus was not done fighting. None of us should be. This story is bigger than one cop and one cyclist. Studies show that black cyclists are 4 times more likely to be stopped than white cyclists. In some cities, 80% of bike stops involve people of color. Marcus won because he had money, fame, and proof. Most people have none of those things. The system protects cops more than it protects citizens. That needs to change. Marcus's case set an example. But one case is not enough. So let me ask you, should it take Olympic gold medals for a black man on a bike to be treated with basic respect? Should taxpayers keep paying millions for cops that departments knew were problems? Should the words, "I thought I saw something," be enough to hold an innocent person for 47 minutes? Because if we don't fix the bias, if we don't close the loopholes, if we don't demand real accountability, then we're just waiting. Waiting for the next Officer Daniels, the next Marcus Webb who isn't famous, the next lawsuit that we all pay for while nothing changes. Here is something that might surprise you. After this case, 3 other people came forward with complaints against the same department. Marcus's lawsuit opened a door that had been locked for years. Comment below if you believe cops with multiple complaints should face automatic review. Tell me what you think. If you believe stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button right now. We're going to keep exposing these patterns. We're going to keep demanding better. We're going to keep fighting for fairness, for truth, and for change. This is not just about one cop or one cyclist. It's about all of us. It's about the system we accept or the system we fix. See you in the next one.